In this video series, I would like to show you how I would add a custom record query test step for ServiceNow automated test framework. In this video today, I would like to show you my setup and the problem I want to resolve. Hi, I am Philip from Tokyo. Welcome to my ServiceNow series. When I create a new feature in ServiceNow, I want to deliver it with its unit tests. These companion tests are useful for non-regression testing, but also document under which scenarios the feature is supposed to work or not. And they describe the incremental problems I had to resolve during the development. A kind of an executable specification. Regarding my setup, I have a PDI running under the Zurich release. This is the out-of-the-box PDI installation on which I just activated the explicit roles plugin for another test I want to do. On the PDI, I want to quickly add myself as an admin user. I open sysuser.list. I have the user I imported from an XLS file. This is my user file to import. This is a file I created from a template. I removed the bulky description page so that the upload is fast on my connection. And for fun, I added the title and the department fields. After the import, I need to add the admin role. Usually, I will add a role by adding the user to a group and inherit the roles from the group. But for the admin role, I will add it directly to the user so that it does not get removed by accident. Then, I will just set a password using the set password feature to get a random password. Generate, copy, save password, and close this window, removing the password needs reset. I don't even know what the password that gets generated is. Save the user. If I log out, I should be able to log in using my user ID. I paste the password I copied and I am logged in. Great, I am done with the setup. So let's say that I am about to create a new feature. I am creating an update set to track its changes. Let's name it my new feature. Submit and make current. For this feature, I am going to create a test. Note that the test is part of the update set to deliver the feature with. Let's name it user is logged after feature. Yeah, not easy to find a meaningful name to something that has no meaning. Saving. The instance reminds me that I have to enable the execution of tests on this instance. Enabling, enabled. So let's create the test steps. First, I want to get a user record. To get any non-admin user, as I don't want to mess up with the admin role, at least for this demo. So, record query on sysuser. Where is it? And roles is not admin. Then, I want to update the logged out field to true whatever is the original state. Well, it should be done by invoking the feature, but for this demo, record update that is. Comment, use the feature to log the user. Note that all the steps are server-side. And to finalize, I want to do a record validation. That on the selected record, the field is true. Validate field state. If I run this test, it's slow. I observe this sometimes on a PDI for the first execution. Success. But look at this user's sysid. If I run the test again, and a third time, looking at the results, we observe it is always the same sysid. Let's say this test is a one-user test. And I can create a second test. Let's say that this test is for all users. For that test, I will add a server-side script. Let me duplicate this tab and display the list of users, with a filter where roles is not admin. 615 users. That's a decent number of users for a development instance. Let's copy the query. Open the server-side script. I am not going to perform a Jasmine test this time. And paste the query here. Let's do a query on sysuser. Add the query, perform the query. While there is a next record, let's set the current record.logout to true. And update the record. And let's print the field for now, format the code, submit, run the test. Again, long execution, but maybe this time it's because of a loop. 13 seconds. Now let's update the test to verify the results. Using a new record on sysuser, get the record using the unique value of the current record. For this test, I am going to use this assertion which I almost never use. Usually I do a Jasmine test. Will it work? Let's limit to a few records for now using a set limit to 3. I don't need the comment. Moving in at the bottom, I will delete it later. Format the code, save and run. Failing should have been true but was true. Likely a type issue. Let's add a .toString. Save and run. Success. I should verify that this test is capable of detecting a failure, but for the point I want to make in this video, it is not necessary. Let's remove the limit now and run. It takes some time to run on all 615 users. Taking 15 seconds. Not bad, but as the number of users is likely to increase, and as the number of tests will also increase, test execution becomes crucial to get fast feedback. So the alternative between testing on the same user and testing on all users would be to perform fuzz testing and perform on random records. Therefore, I want to extend ServiceNow ATF with a record query random so that I can do fuzz testing. This video did not show anything new, but I needed to put in place the following video, which I hope you will watch too. I am Philip from Tokyo, and I want to see you in the next video.